advice would you give to players that want to come into the rec and play?
Just be smart. A lot of people, they probably don't know the fundamental part of basketball. So if you don't and you're a rec random, you know, just try to communicate. Don't be scared to cut your mic on if you got a mic. Play defense. We will find a way to score. I got some scores around me. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, too. That's why I tell my team every night when I'm scoring the rock, play some defense, and we'll be up by 30. All right, Chop, so to get a lot of wins in the rec, you have to have some nice builds. So what are you usually running with out there?
I like to run, like, tall guard builds. So, like, anywhere from, like, 6'6" to 6'8", high mid-range, and three-pointers. And I'm not a small guard. I hate doing too much dribbling, so just finding my spots around the court.
So with a bigger guard, then, are you kind of in the post too with those post fades?
Let's get your Phoenix starting lineup. At point guard, number 10, Wnba. Starting at the other guard, number 33, Wnba. Starting at center, number 0, Satu Sabali. Starting at small forward, number 2, Kalea Copper. At the other forward position, number 25, Alyssa Thomas. The head coach of your home team. Once again, your Phoenix starters.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Minnesota Lynx playing against the Phoenix Mercury. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. And guys, you have to admire the way these two teams play. They're all about ball movement.
I mean, you look at the stat sheet, look at the assist numbers these teams put up. There's not too much hero ball going on. They're unselfish.
Yeah, both sides are focused on working the ball around and generating the best shot possible. It's fun to watch.
Now here's Thomas. Copper outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Whitcomb. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Smith inside. Thomas on her. Smith, no good. Pass to Uzan. Now here's Whitcomb. Nailed from three-point land.
A true sniper. Defenses should know that Whitcomb will be hunting for these looks.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. McBride misses. And up the court come the Mercury on the break. And that one's good.
Because of Sabali's impressive physical skills, I'm never surprised when she pulls off these contact finishes.
Right outside. Back to Williams. Takes the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Williams. I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Here's Thomas. And she banks in the layup.
Well, that level of toughness should energize Thomas's teammates. She invites contact from opponents.
Right outside. And yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Now here's Whitcomb. McBride covering. Whitcomb misses.
There was not a ton of congestion in the lane, and she could have done better, for sure.
And there's the call on Alyssa Thomas.
First personal
That's
foul.
her first foul.
First team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Smith. And that misses. That would have put them up.
Well, the last title for the Mercury came back in 2014, and that team was historically good.
Maybe the best team in league history. 29-5 record in the regular season, 8-1 in the playoffs. And they had a stacked roster. Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, Wnba Bonner. They helped lead Phoenix to their second title.
Sabali, covered by Smith. Pass to Thomas. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start.
Keeps defenders uncomfortable, and I think it's because of Thomas's ability to play assertive but composed around the rim.
Out to the wing. Here's Carlton.
They grab their own miss. Collier.
And the shot goes in.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Here's Uzan.
She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Whitcomb. Tries again.
And stolen by Smith.
Pass to McBride. And foul called as she misses.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? That's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
And that one drops, so they lead by 1.
Well, Kayla McBride is a good free throw shooter. I mean, is there anything she can't do?
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA. We're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
Now here's Collier. McBride outside. Yes, and it's Wnba Collier picking up the assist.
A shooter who doesn't really need much space to be effective. McBride has a quick and accurate release.
And the 3 ball is good.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a 3.
Now here's Williams. Here's Collier. Melissa Thomas with the rebound.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those. And the D's not right.
Way to run the floor and take advantage of the fast break. Sabali stays ready for any opportunity.
Pass to Carlton. Let's go. Off target with the 3.
I think that one could have easily fallen for her.
The D may have done just enough there.
And the basket by Copper.
Are you kidding me? Copper is shredding defenders with her handles.
Now here's Williams. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. The shot that time not on target. Thomas outside. And stolen by Wnba Collier. They need this.
They get the rebound.
So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Alyssa Thomas.
I like Collier's ability to capitalize on the defender's mistakes. If you're not disciplined, she'll make you pay.
And this is her first free throw of the game. She knocks down the first one.
And so many tremendous players in this league. Who do you think gets overlooked?
Well, it might be weird to call a former MVP underrated, but Wnba has been playing at a high level for a very long time, and I think she deserves more recognition.
And I'll take Kelsey Mitchell. For years, she was carrying that Indiana team by herself offensively. Now, she's certainly got a lot more help.
One thing about Napheesa Collier, she's great at many things. She's not a specialist. She's well-rounded.
Well, how about this? I mean, she's been top 10 in the league in scoring, rebounding, steals, blocks. I mean, that's 4 of the 5 major food groups. She gives you everything at a high level.
Copper no good. The Lynx trailing to the middle. That one's all good. She's now
Assist goes to Alana
How about
Smith.
that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Pass to Sabali. And stolen by Smith. Now Carlton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Here's Collier. McBride. Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket. Thomas outside.
Pass to Uzan.
Sabali, covered by Smith. Second chance shot. Rebound by the Lynx.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood
Alana
tall
Smith.
there.
Here's Uzan.
Pass to Whitcomb. From the arc. And it's Collier with the rebound.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right
Assistant,
now.
Alana
Fantastic
Smith.
pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
And here's Copper. Outside, Sabali. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Smith. Here's McBride. Finished off the break.
McBride.
Yeah, I'd say that shot was well within her range.
I hope so. There's nothing like a one-footer.
Down low. Here's Thomas. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
Such a well-rounded talent, and when Thomas starts to feel it, she can really do damage from the mid-range.
Now here's Smith.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. Look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. It took her a few years to claim her spot in the league.
Well, she was a
Alana
top
Smith.
10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Alana was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing 3rd in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
The first free throw is good.
The prototypical big for today's game. Smith can beat you inside and outside.
So she gets them both.
And 2023 was a frustrating season for the Mercury, a 9-31 record.
The second worst record in team history as they missed the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They were dead last in defensive rating. So if you want to talk about a big improvement, it's got to start there.
Now here's Shepard.
Pass to Miller.
Expanding her range.
Diamond
Cans it
Miller.
from downtown.
3 points.
This is a shot that Miller is still developing, but it looked pretty smooth that time.
Here's Brown. Prince with it.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Uzan.
To the paint. And stolen by Smith. And the Lynx pushing it up now. Lets it go for 14. That one is out offline to the right, but it drops it.
Alana Smith.
They couldn't have dreamed of a much better start than they've had here tonight.
Yeah, they came in with a tremendous offensive game plan. It's worked perfectly, and what a lead they already have to show for it.
And you got to give credit to this coaching staff as well. They came into this game prepared perfectly.
Pass to Heidemann. Now here's Peely. Shoots over Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Lynx able to keep the ball here. Clock is at 3. From deep. Miller can't get it to go. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Trailing by 10. Will it go? And it's Prince missing.
Work themselves into a good area close to the bucket. That's the look you wanted.
And here's Heidemann. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the basket by Miller.
Huge advantage for them already.
Total control, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even bigger.
Absolutely.
Now here's Prince. Still looking for a first make after that miss. 0 for 2. Pass to Peely. Back to Smith. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far.
Phoenix team.
Lynx ahead.
20,
they lead by
Minnesota
13.
Lynx.
And back in a moment as
33.
we'll get underway with quarter 2. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. And for the Lynx, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Scoring has come in threes for the most part so far.
Yeah, and every time down the floor, it seems like they're hitting a triple.
Now here's McBride. Pass to Miller. Mack grabs the miss. On the wing, Kalia Copper. It's good from long range.
Well, Copper can sometimes be a selective three-point shooter, so she must have been feeling that look.
Outside Miller. McBride outside. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Now here's Whitcomb. On the wing, Kalia Copper. From downtown. And Collier pulls it down. Pass to Miller. Here's Heidemann. Offline with the 3. Outside Whitcomb. Low block shot on the way. And it's in off the backboard.
Great communication between teammates there.
Pass to Shepard. Miller. She's covered by Copper. And here's Heidemann. And just a poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for her. Inside. Here's Whitcomb. She gets it up and that makes it just a single-digit lead.
And Whitcomb isn't afraid to go in amongst the trees. Impressive finish inside.
Now here's Miller. She's got 6. Shoots a 3. And the Lynx miss again. The Mercury trail. Here's Uzan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Heidemann. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Clock at 6. It's good. She scores. That's her first basket after missing her first 2 attempts. 1 for 3. And here the Mercury. Pass to Brown. Mack. Here's Uzan. Here's Brown. Shepard pulls it in. Here's Heidemann. Here's Miller. And that one good. closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Copper. To the inside. Brown inside. She's guarded by Shepard. Mack can't get it to go. Miller left side. And here's Heidemann. Pass to Shepard. Collier outside. That's good, and that's her fourth basket of the game. She's a strong 4 for 6.
An all-around offensive talent. What a player Collier is with the handles to put it on the deck.
Here's Mack. The three-pointer is on target.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there. She was all alone for that shot. I mean, that's like a warm-up jumper.
Now here's Miller. She's got 8. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
For being the second overall pick in a 2023 draft, Diamond Miller had a strong rookie season.
Yeah, she averaged over double digits and was really productive on the offensive side. Going forward, I'd say the sky is the limit for Miller.
The last few WNBA Finals matchups, it looks like we're in the super team era, fellas.
Oh, absolutely. Free agency playing a major role in who wins it all. New York and Vegas last year adding major pieces via big-time signings in the offseason.
And top-end talent is ultimately what wins in the playoffs. I think we'll continue to see super teams get formed.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round, almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
Here's Uzan.
Outside Whitcomb. Pass to Thomas. Can't hit from in close. So the Lynx now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Now Miller.
That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Satu Sabali.
Here's Uzan.
She's guarded by Williams. Back to Thomas. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, just taking what she sees. Have to appreciate how Thomas breaks down defenses and pick and rolls.
Pass to Shepard. Back to McBride. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Outside Whitcomb. No good on the triple.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Pass to Shepard. Now here's McBride, and she gets the bucket.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
Here's Uzan.
Copper.
Miller defending.
Copper outside. It's over Miller. And the basket by Copper.
Laser focused. Copper nailing the mid-range.
Outside Williams. Pass to Carlton. And down it goes. 2 points.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Uzan.
She's guarded by Williams.
Now here's Copper.
Not a lot of room. Good for another bucket. She's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. Now Williams. She's got 8. Pass to Carlton. Now here's Miller. She's covered by Copper. Miller can't get it to go.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Right outside. And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw. This will be her 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Kayla McBride. 1 shot.
When you think about Phoenix Mercury basketball, Diana Taurasi's the first player that comes to mind.
DT's been in the Valley of the Sun since 2004, never leaving for another organization. He's been here so long. A few of her current teammates were in preschool when she joined Phoenix.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for her. Haley with it. Thomas on her. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will
Lynx
take
ball.
possession. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Williams. And it's rebounded by Satu Sabali. Thomas with the ball. She's got 8. Leah Copper from outside. And Carlton pulls it down. Pass to McBride. Williams. Back to McBride. Outside Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Down low. And the basket by McBride.
Yes,
Catalyst of the team, McBride is dependent on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Copper. And Carlton pulls it down. Outside Williams. Pass to McBride. Smith. Carlton, guarded by Sabali. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
That's some nice work on the offensive glass.
And here's Whitcomb. Copper outside. And she's good on the 3 ball.
If you let Copper get comfy, get time, and get set, she'll just continue to bury these shots.
Over to the left wing. Here's Carlton. Prince covering. And that one drops.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Sabali.
An exciting young talent with an incredibly high ceiling. I envision Satu Sabali making a major impact in this league.
It's her first trip to the line.
Satu Sabali. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Heidemann, no good. And the Mercury with possession. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Smith. To the paint. Collier. The short one's on the money.
It's a pleasure to watch her work at that end of the floor.
On the wing, Kalia Copper. Connects from 3-point range.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Lynx ahead,
63.
up by 15. And we will see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball in just a bit. It's been a one-sided affair through the first two quarters, but there is plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? McBride, an impressive effort here today.
Her decision-making simply flawless today. Nothing but quality shots from her in the first half. She wasn't forcing anything.
Yeah, but I think here in the second half, they may want her to be a little more assertive and start taking more shots, even the tough ones.
Getting back to the action now, it's been a one-team show so far, but we'll see if that changes. Now here is McBride. Pass to Carlton. Smith with it. Here's Williams. Now Collier. And another shot. And the layup is up and in.
Looking real comfortable attacking around the rim. If you give Collier the rock anywhere near the basket, she's not going to disappoint.
Here's Uzan. Copper outside. Pass to Sabali. It's hauled in by the Lynx.
Tough D on the inside.
Sure was. No easy access to the bucket when she's in the middle.
You know, some players struggle with the transition from college to pros, but not Nafisa Collier.
It was ridiculous. She led the league in minutes. She was an all-star as a rookie. Remember, Collier won a national championship in college, but she was used to the spotlight. She's coming to the league as an all-star level player, and we've seen her just improve.
And the first one falls for her.
Well, we know not every team in the league is a title contender. So what's the key for teams in the rebuilding process, Brian?
Your scouting department really matters, because if you're a losing team, your draft picks, whether first or second round, will play.
Yeah, and I'll throw in luck as well. I mean, those ping pong balls going your way, winning the lottery, getting the first overall pick, you can add an Asia Wilson, an Aaliyah Boston, and when you add a player of that value, that can change your fortunes pretty quickly.
Here's Uzan. Pass to Whitcomb. And here's Thomas. Here's Sabali. Misses from close range. And here are the Lynx now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
She's their go-to scorer, and when she shoots the ball like she has today, that is what the scoreboard usually looks like.
That one goes. Count it.
I just love to see Copper turn on the Jets. When she's this hot, she wants the ball every time, and she deserves it every time.
Now here's Williams. She's got 8. Here's Carlton. Rebounded by Copper.
Solid job by the defense to get in her way as she was going up to the rim.
And the foul called on Nafisa Collier. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Whitcomb. It's hauled in by the Lynx.
Great defense, anticipated the play, and got there first.
And coaches love players that are just not afraid to put their bodies on the line and take a shot for the team.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Whitcomb. This one for three. And Carlton pulls it down. So the Lynx now, they have a 19-point lead. Here's McBride. It's not going to go for her. Good work defensively by Sammy Whitcomb. Rebound, Kayla McBride. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And can't cash in from close range. To the wing, right side. Outside Whitcomb. Pass to Uzan. Sabali with it, covered by Smith. Nice pass, led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Now Smith, guarded by Sabali. Smith, no good. Pass to Uzan. And stolen by Kayla McBride. On the wing, Courtney Williams. Back to McBride. Now Smith. And the shot goes down.
A team-oriented leader with a passion for making others better. McBride is simply a fantastic teammate.
Now here's Thomas. She's got 8. Whitcomb, McBride covering. Back to Thomas. 5 on the clock. Here's Whitcomb. Rejected by Kayla McBride. Inside. Shot's good by Smith.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
And the Mercury call time here.
Really, they're not pleased at all with the look they've given up inside. I want to talk to the team about tightening things up defensively.
Well, that's what's got to happen, and I'm sure the coaches will let them know about it. I mean, they're playing soft interior defense, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Changing it up here. A difficult situation for Phoenix.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
First free throw is good.
And you look at the career of Kalia Copper, and she really took advantage of that 2020 season.
Yeah, that was the Wnba year down in Bradenton. A lot of players opted out, but Copper, she opted in. She had by far her best season. And in the 3 years since, she's been an all-star 3 times. And, oh, by the way, finals MVP with the Sky, too.
And that's good as she hits both shots.
And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Nafisa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games. The Lynx, they missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection.
Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her.
Using her lengthy wingspan to her advantage, Brown is able to dominate down low.
Here's Miller. 9 points in the game. Pulls up. Again, Minnesota. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Copper outside. To the middle. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time she's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Fantastic touch from Copper there. You can see how locked in she is scoring inside.
Miller. She's covered by Copper. Here's Williams. Here's Collier. Another one falls for Minnesota.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
On the wing, Kalia Copper. Thomas. For the bucket.
2 points.
Made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
That rebound and the follow, it shows you what she's all about. Gritty, determined, and a soft touch to match.
Now here's Miller. Knocked away. Outside Whitcomb. That's in there. Alyssa Thomas with the assist.
One of the most talented facilitating forwards in the WNBA. Thomas has such a unique skill set.
Here's Williams. 8 points for her. McBride up top. Whitcomb defending. For 3, Nafisa Collier. Whitcomb grabs the miss. Here's Thomas. That one is good again. He is 6 for 8 from the floor with that basket.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over.
And Tim, you talk about never giving up. Sammy Whitcomb graduated college in 2010. Didn't make her W debut until 2017. That's perseverance.
Yeah, a 28-year-old rookie. Sammy never gave up on that dream of playing in the league. In college, you think about, her three-point shooting was good. It was 33%. WW, that number is about 37, 38%. And that improvement is why she has a spot here in the league.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Miller. Whitcomb with it. Collier's there. Yep, that one goes.
Putting the ball on the deck. Sammy Whitcomb showing a little versatility.
Now Heidemann. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Second chance buckets, they're always the result of hard work.
Right side Whitcomb. Pass to Prince. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that technique worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Miller with it. There's Apili on the wing. The 3. Second shot opportunity. And count the basket. She was fouled, and she's going to the line for one more. This is her third trip to the free throw line.
Nafisa Collier. 1 shot.
One shot.
And here the Mercury.
here's Prince. Pass to Uzan. The floater. Out of bounds. It'll be Lynx ball.
Lynx ball.
And the Mercury making a change here.
Mercury. Satu Sabali.
Collier with it. She's got 23. To the right side. Here's Heidemann. And the 3 off target. Here's Whitcomb. And Diamond Miller with the block. And here are the Lynx now. They lead by 17.
2
From
minutes
beyond the arc,
remaining.
buries the long-range
Diamond
jumper.
Miller. 3 points.
And here's Prince. Pass to Uzan. Right side Whitcomb. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Wow.
Whitcomb had the answer locked and loaded. She can be a fearsome 3-point shooter.
Shepard, guarded by Sabali. Heidemann, no good. Here's Uzan. She has 6. Here's Whitcomb. Soft touch off the glass. Here's Heidemann. Pass to Peely. Lays it up and banks it in.
What a plus it is to get those looks in the paint.
Here's Uzan. Pass to Sabali. And she drops in the layup off the glass.
Clever dribble move by Sabali, getting her free to take a shot.
Here's Heidemann. Collier outside. Miller. The 3-pointer, no good. Pass to Uzan. Back to Sabali. And the miss. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Lynx on top, up by 15. And time for a short break. Stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Now Whitcomb launches it, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually, but they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Pass to Carlton. No good with the triple.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown. Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Prince. Down low. And she makes that one.
And when Alyssa Thomas is scoring like this, with everything else she does, she looks like the best player on the floor.
Here's Heidemann. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. And that's a foul called on Peely. That is her first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Outside Williams. Shot from 12, and she can't bank that one in. Here's
Copper makes it off the glass.
And how huge has she been to give her team a lift?
Yeah, certainly their deficit would be a lot bigger if it wasn't for her efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there, a big gap in the D.
Outside Whitcomb. Shot from the top of the key, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
You know, she's done a ton to help this team, but if they're going to come back, she needs to do even more.
Williams, she can't get that one to fall. Now here's Copper. D right on her. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
She put that lead pass on a platter for her.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
And Brian, what do you think it is about Kahleah Copper that makes her such a top-tier offensive weapon?
Most would say her pure skills, but you can't overlook her effort level. When Copper's on the floor, she's giving you everything she has, and then some.
And the Lynx making a change here.
Nafisa Collier.
Outside Williams. Pass to McBride. It's over Whitcomb. And the basket by McBride. Now here's Thomas. To the paint. And there's another one for the Mercury.
Just such an intelligent distributor. Thomas has an amazing feel for when she should distribute the rock.
McBride outside. Pass to Carlton. Collier. On the wing, Courtney Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Carlton. Another three for Minnesota.
You're just asking for trouble if you let her roam free in three-point range.
Now here's Whitcomb. McBride covering. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Shoots over Whitcomb. McBride misses.
She kind of short-armed that shot after doing a nice job of getting open.
And that one is good. Sabally.
A mix of finesse and length gets Sabally the inside shot. Such a skillful player.
Smith, guarded by Sabally. Pass to Carlton. Back to Smith. Mr. Ball meets Mr. Basket for a fifth happy pairing of the game. She's 5 for 9. Here's Uzan. On the wing, Kahleah Copper. Can't get it to fall. Now the Lynx with it. Here's Carlton. Off target at the rim. Here's Uzan. Pass to Copper. To the inside. And stolen by Smith. Collier left side. The offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes.
And watch out. Once Collier finds her rhythm, she's lethal. Have to appreciate her aggressive attitude.
Pass to Uzan. Now here's Sabally. And for Satu Sabally, the WNBA is a family affair.
Her sister Naira is also in the league. Satu is more of a shooter, while Naira is a big. However, they both represent the German national team.
And she makes the first. And for Satu Sabali, her third season was a good one. She was named the 2023 Most Improved Player.
Yeah, going from 11 to 18 points per game, looking much more comfortable offensively. Sabali, first team All-WNBA, one of the 5 best players in the league.
She hits one and misses one each at the line. Pass to McBride. Now here's Williams. She's guarded closely. Count it.
So much action these days out of the pick and roll. Williams is made for this type of basketball. A slick dribbling and good decision-making player.
Now here's Thomas. And here's Sabali, covered by Smith. Satu Sabali drives in. For the basket, her 5th of the game. And she's missed 6 shots against those 5 mates. Now here's McBride. Whitcomb defending. Smith outside. Knocked loose. Whitcomb with it. Pass to Thomas. Back to Whitcomb. The 3 drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a great outcome for this offense. Getting Whitcomb something in rhythm.
Right outside. Yes. And Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Whitcomb. Goes up again. And the bucket is good from Thomas in deep.
You've got to be aware of Thomas there. She's one of the best on the O-boards.
Pass to Collier. Carlton. Smith. She's covered by Thomas. That one, good for 2.
Well, they've built this league who plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
Here's Uzan. Thomas outside. And Copper for 3. They get it back.
I like when Sabali attacks inside, showing no fear attacking the contact and getting the call.
Second team foul. At the line for Phoenix, Satu Sabali. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Minnesota. Out to the wing. Carlton. Off target from outside.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Here's Uzan. She's guarded by Williams. And again, Phoenix no good. Down low. Here's Smith. And 2 free throws coming up as she misses that one. Throwing the whistle on a lot of contact. It's on Kalia Copper.
A versatile big with an array of moves at her disposal. Defenders struggle to keep up with Smith.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so she hits both. Here's Uzan. To the paint. Got a piece of it.
Got to be careful shooting when Collier is around. She's fantastic at coming up with blocks.
Here's McBride. Pass to Williams. Here's Smith. Guarded by Sabali. Here's McBride. And that's good. McBride. Lead pass. Getting it done.
Nice accurate pass right into the middle.
Here's Uzan. And stolen by Collier.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now Williams. Pass to Collier. McBride. Here's Smith. The kick out to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. It's hauled in by Uzan.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that.
Bucket is good.
Persistence pays off for Copper inside. Getting past the contact and right to a look.
Pass to Carlton. Collier. Now Williams. Yes, and it's Lisa Collier with the assist that time.
3.
That just adds to what's probably already an insurmountable lead. I think they'll be leaving here with a win.
Yeah, hard to imagine any other outcome than the one that's staring us right in the face.
Now here's Copper. Pass to Uzan. Pulls up, high post. And it's Collier with the rebound. Now here's Williams. She's guarded closely. Here's Collier. Tries it from 16. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Whitcomb misses. Now here's Collier. She's covered by Thomas. Now here's Collier. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. And this one was all over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about. They never got it.
Yeah, I mean, they rolled this one. They made it look simple and efficient performance at both the offensive and defensive ends.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.